Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, man. Boy, God has been good to me. Man, I can't really count it all. You can't either. You know, it's all in perspective. You really can't count all that God has done for you. If you look at every little thing, it's unbelievable the things he's done for us. How many times, you know, we got through something without even talking to him about it. He just blessed us with it. How many? You know, it's just, it's so much. The fact that you wake up in the morning, the fact that you still have a place to stay, the fact that, you know, maybe struggling out here, but guess what? You still going to work. You know, you living check to check, but you're making it all. You got all the plates spinning, you know. It's hard. You got a lot of plates spinning, but you keep them up there somewhere. Every now and then one break, but he put two more back up there that look a little bit better, and you got to get to spinning them. So it all works. And then you got a lot of people who just can't seem to mentally put it together as to, you know, why their life isn't in the position that they want it to be. We talk about this oftentimes, but I want to try another angle with you today. You know, maybe it's you. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe it's you. Maybe it's no external force that's at fault like you keep making the excuse to be. You know, so many people I hear, well, if this hadn't have done this, if he hadn't have done that, if she hadn't have done that, I would have been further along. I wasted all my time, my years with this man, and he did this, and I could have been here, and I could have been there. And this woman, she did this to me, and if she hadn't have done that, I could have been here, and I could have been there. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not really that external force that you keep making it out to be. See, I've done this to myself before. Once again, I'm talking to you about something I know about. I've done this to myself before. I've had the reason I wasn't where I wanted to be. I had it figured out as some external force. I had worked it out in my mind. Clearly, it wasn't me. Because if so-and-so, or if this hadn't happened, and if they hadn't have done this, I would have been further along up the road. That's what I was saying. But hold on, man. Boy, I learned a valuable lesson, man. See, if you don't ever let it go, it's going to be hard for you to go. If you don't ever let it go, it's going to be hard for you to go. I was listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes one day, and I heard him say, you can't drive your car if you going to keep looking in the rearview mirror. You go outside and try that. Try to drive your car, but keep your eye in the rearview mirror. All you looking at is where you been. All you looking at in that rearview mirror is where you passed or should have passed, something you should have moved on from. All you doing is looking in that rearview mirror at what happened back there. If you don't stop looking in the rearview mirror, you're going to crash your car over and over and over again. Or you got to slow it down so bad in order for you to keep looking in that rearview mirror. If you don't learn to let it go, it's going to be hard for you to go forward because you keep reviewing the past. The past is the past. And I know it's hard. Man, I watched a show and this lady said, well, I just can't ever forgive them for that. Well, guess what? Guess what? God may have already forgiven that person. That person may be extremely remorseful, could have gone to God and gotten forgiveness for it years ago. But you sit here and you keep hanging on to the past. I can't ever forgive that. Then I heard Bishop Jakes come on the show one time and say something that really, really struck home. You keep drinking the poison, waiting on your enemy to die. He said that, I just shook my head and went, wow. You drinking the poison, waiting on your enemy to die. Revenge is poison to you. You know, if hatred is poison to you, unforgivingness, when you won't forgive a person, that person could be going on with their life, made to right with God, don't know how you feeling, they skipping through life. Now, you make adjustments every time you see them, and it takes energy, man. It takes so much energy to hate. It takes so much energy not to forgive. Now they come in the room, you got to avoid them, stay over here. Here they come now. You got to make a situation over here. They come into the house, it's family reunion. Here they come. Where they going to be, in the basement? I'm going up here on the third floor. I want to go out here and get some barbecue. She out there at the barbecue stand. Oh, Lord, I don't want no barbecue. I just eat this potato salad. People, man, take themselves all out of position trying to make adjustments when it would simplify your life if you would just let it go. Maybe you ain't where you need to be because of them external forces altogether. Maybe you're not where you need to be because of you. Because you won't let it go. You won't move forward. Look at this, ladies. Let's say you've been in a situation with a man for years. It didn't work out for whatever the reason. It just didn't work out. I got what you say he did. I got what he did. All of that, yada, yada, yada. When you get through, did not God get you through it? Did not he allow you to survive it? I got you got some cuts on you. I got you been a little bit bruised, but did he not get you through it? So now that he's freed you from it, now he done went on, he got a whole nother family over there somewhere. Now he trying to make it right because maybe he learned the mistake he made and now he trying to be a better man. He just trying to get it right now. But you sitting there holding on to it. You drinking the poison, waiting on your enemy to die. So now instead of you enjoying the blessing of finally being free from a situation that was not healthy for you, you create an even more unhealthy situation in your mind by hating, by having revengeful thoughts, by hoping he fall on his face. Maybe you even doing something to the other situation to make sure they struggle. Oh, man, you drinking the poison, waiting on your enemy to die. Maybe you ain't where you ought to be in life, not because of your external forces, but maybe it's you. If you don't let it go, it's going to be hard for you to go. You can't keep driving your car looking in the rearview mirror. Come on, man. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Now listen, I don't know what you had planned today, but let me give you a strong suggestion. Plan to have a great day today. Put it in your mindset that today is going to be a great day. Now, if some problems or some situations beset you, that has no reason to stop it from being a great day, because God is in the problem-solving situation beset business. You dig? So whatever befalls you today, your relationship with God will cover it. And you know how I know? Because it's covered every other situation you've been in. So why not make today a great day? Welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry.
Beset me, Lord, beset me. Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, ain't nobody here this morning. Houston is swamped under the weather, but somehow King of Prankston managed to fight through and find a way to do radio.
I'm here, Uncle Steve. I'm here. I'm on the shoestring. But I'm here, partner.
Got some
Junior
duct tape.
is stuck in Houston.
Yeah.
Carla is stuck. No power, no water. So we pulling for him.
Yeah, and Steve, let's go ahead and say this now at the top. According to the National Weather Service, over 150 million people are all under some kind of winter weather advisory. This is all due to extreme cold, the snow, the ice throughout the country. The storm left at least 5 million homes and businesses without electricity, and the icy roads led to pileups on the highways around the country. So we are praying for all those affected by the winter storm, and just telling everyone to be safe. And Tommy promises he's going to get his generator this year.
I'm getting this generator. Oh, no, not this year. Friday.
Well,
Friday.
on,
I'm tired of gambling, man.
Okay,
I'm
how
done.
is he talking, though?
Tell us, Tommy, what happened?
I'm
Got
at
some duct
somebody
tape.
else's house. I'm at somebody. I can't stand it, but I'm at somebody else's house. My frat brother said, come on, I came on. So me and my family are.
So your frat brother got a radio station in his house? Who is your frat brother?
Tommy knows some powerful
This
people.
my ride or die, baby. This Mark Boudreaux right here, babe. And but I brought my little, I got my little radio portable box, and it's working. Hooked it up at his house. That took an hour and a half, but we finally got it together. You know, black people trying to hook up electronics, it is not good. We don't know what we do.
Try it now.
We don't know what we do. But we got it hooked up. We've been up. But let's see, what time is it? It's 5-something here. We've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning trying to get it on.
It actually
we got it on
sounds
at the
good,
last second.
Yeah, it sounds good though.
So we good. But let me tell you, the roads really are bad. I drove them. You know what they always say? They always say when you go over a bridge, that's bad. But you know what? When you go under, that's just as bad. It's slippery, man.
Yeah.
It's slippery. Your car can turn out and you think and then there's people that be flying like, what hurry your ass in? Why you flying by everybody, man? That makes no sense to me.
Because
Yeah.
people in the South who don't get snow,
That's
they don't
right.
realize that you have to
Man.
drive differently in the snow. They think if they hit their brakes, they think their ass going to stop.
You
But
can
it's-
flip your car.
All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we're going to do Ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer, with Steve Harvey right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time for CLO, the Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, the Clo, as the nephew calls him. You ready, sir? I know you are. All right. Lakeisha in Hampton, Virginia says, I'm in my late 20s and my best friend and I bought a home together. Her boyfriend moved to our city a month ago and he's been staying with us. She said it would only be for a week, but he's still here. He's chipped in financially and that's all fine and good, but I don't want his money and I don't want him to get comfortable here. I told my best friend he's got to go and she said it's her home too and it's okay for him to stay another month if he needs to. How can I get him to leave ASAP? Please advise.
Well, I don't think you can. Because you all own the home equally. You have no agreement that you can't have guests, overnight guests. You have nothing in place that says how long you should have guests. So I don't see how you can make him leave. On another note,
Right.
Who buys a house with their best friend?
Just,
What
right? Is
the
this
hell?
normal? Yeah.
What?
This is why you don't do things like this.
Man, this is probably the biggest purchase of your life, and you do it not with your fiance, not with your husband, but with your best friend. And all y'all want to have other lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how you can get them leave.
And her best friend, CLO, is correct. It's her house, too. So,
Right, that's the deal. So how do
yeah,
you make
her man
somebody
could
do?
go. Right.
It's my house and I live here.
So you're not going to be able to get him to leave until they're ready for him to go. And he might stay forever. All right. Felicia.
Start walking around naked, though. I'm just telling you, start walking around naked. It helps.
Felicia in Charlotte says, my husband and I have been married for 8 years, and he recently got an SUV with cameras in the headrest for our 4- and 6-year-old to watch movies when they take road trips. Yesterday, he drove me to get coffee, and as soon as he cranked up and plugged in his phone, I heard sex sounds coming from the TVs.
God!
Yes, he started fumbling to turn it off, and he turned bright red. He said it must be a glitch in the entertainment system. I think he had a woman back there watching porn. Am I jumping to conclusions?
Stupid. God. Doggies.
Wait a minute, but you said it was connected to his phone.
Yeah, he plugged it. Yeah, as soon as he cranked up the car and plugged in his phone, she heard the sound.
Well, I mean, that's Bluetooth, I think. I don't know if it has anything to do with him having a woman back there watching porn. I'm thinking he's got porn on his phone, and the Bluetooth picked it up and ran it through the system. I mean, you know, because unless you have that stuff downloaded in your car somewhere, I don't see how that can be. It's the Bluetooth is what comes into play to me.
I mean, this is terrible because what if the kids were with them? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I know that, but I mean,
Yeah.
the whole thing is, suppose this was a video on it.
Right, exactly.
See, I don't know. She's a little slow.
Well, let me help
Talking
you on
about
that.
was he sitting in the back seat watching porn with another woman?
With another woman.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. He could be back there watching it by himself, or I mean, it didn't have to be. Shut up.
But to get
Tommy.
on the headsets, in the car, it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he was fumbling with his phone, it was the Bluetooth on his phone.
All right. So there you have it, man.
What's my name? What's my name?
Anastasia in Seattle says, we're moving on. I'm a 30-year-old married woman and I love my husband, but I fantasize about his handsome brother. He's 40 with a six-pack, a carved-out back, and muscular thighs. And when my husband and I are intimate, I'm imagining myself in his brother's big old chocolate arms. I've even mumbled his brother's name under my breath once during sex. I watch his workout videos online and I get all tingly. This all started a few weeks ago. Do you think it's just a phase or should I seek counseling? Please help me.
What do you want us to do? Is it just a phase or do I need counseling? You need to quit wanting your husband's brother.
It's lusty.
You know, hell, stop watching his damn videos. You're
Yes.
setting yourself up. Quit calling his damn name. You know, that ain't your husband. How about that? What do you want?
Yeah. This is something you can control for sure. You're right. All right, Paula in Boston. We're moving on. Paula in Boston says, I'm 71 and I am back on the dating scene. I've been a widow for 25 years, and I was
say that again, Shirley.
Okay, she's 71. Her name is Paula. She's out of Boston. 71. She's back on the dating scene. She's been a widow for 25 years, and she was casually dating a younger man for the past 2 years. She said we had sex a few times, and he stopped calling me. All I'm attracted to are younger men between the ages of 50 and 60, and getting one is not a problem. I don't want to be just a fling for these men. How can I prevent that from happening?
That's a younger man, between 50 and 60.
Why don't you stop being a fling? You a fling because you allow it. You allow yourself to get flung. Your body or your relations or whatever you want to call them at 71 comes with a price. What is this? You have every right. You're too old for this. What you talking about? How you? You've been screwing a dude for 2 years. And then he stopped calling you. What you think was going to happen? Y'all wasn't in a relationship. Wasn't nobody defined anything. I don't care how old you get. If you can't define the relationship you in, you probably ain't in one.
She's 70 though. Now she ain't got about 15 years left. I mean, you got to at least have some fun. I mean,
that was profound. Say that again, because people
what
need
I
to
said?
hear what you just.
Oh, what he said.
No,
what I said?
not what you said. Nephew. What the CLO said before we run out of time. Come on, CLO.
All I said was if you can't define the relationship you're in, it's probably because you ain't in one.
There you go. All right, coming up
and
next.
what I said is if you 70, you ain't got but 15 years left, go and get it in.
Run that prank back with the nephew right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with our national news and an update on the winter storms across the country. But right now, the nephew is here with Run That Prank Back. What you got for us, Neff?
Your child support is late, okay? It's late. Your child support is late. Let's go.
Hello? Hello, my sweetheart. Called. Yeah, what's up? What was this? This Preston, man. Me and your ex, man. We've been kicking it for the last 3 months. Man, I don't care about you and me. We not together. We not together. So why you calling me? Okay, yeah, no, that's cool right there. I understand all that. You calling me to tell me that y'all together or something? I don't care about what you and do. Me and not together. I don't give a damn about what do. Okay, no, player. I understand that. What I was calling you about was, you kind of behind, like 2-3 months on the child support, man. And I told I was gonna handle this. What? Well, I told her I was gonna handle the situation, So. Nah, I don't need you to handle nothing. You don't need to be worried about how many months I'm behind. Who the hell telling you all this anyway? When can we expect another payment is what I'm asking you. First of all, don't you ever call my phone with that. You understand me? Don't call my phone, man, because I'm worried about my daughter, man. I ain't trying to handle no situation. I don't need you on my back, and I don't need you on my back about no damn child support, because I do for my daughter, man. So don't call my phone with that, okay? Okay, well, let me ask you, is you working right now? Man, say, listen here. What's your name? Preston? Yeah, Preston. What I'm saying is you working right now. Preston, I do whatever it takes to take care of my daughter, man. So don't you worry about my job security and what I'm doing. Okay, well, okay. Can I just come? Why not just come by there whenever you get paid next time so I can pick up, the child? Man, you don't need to come by nowhere. I tell you what, yeah, Preston, you bring your around. You come, I'm gonna give you directions right now. You bring your on over here, because I want to see your calling my damn phone, talking about my damn daughter. Hey, man, we looking out for the well-being of the baby, man. That's what we looking. What you think I've been doing ever since she came in this world? That's what I've been doing ever since she got here. Been looking out for her well-being, and some come just getting a picture. You want to tell me about my daughter well-being? You crazy. Why is you 3 months behind then, man? Matter of fact, I do everything I can for my daughter. So for you to sit up here and call me talking about I'm 3 months behind, I don't even keep up with that. I send money when I can. I do for my daughter. I do for my daughter before I do for myself. So if I ain't got it to send, that means I ain't got it at all. But give me a second and I'll go get it. But don't be calling me about my daughter, man, talking about I'm 3 months behind. Okay, well, look here. First of all, I ain't working right now. So we really need you to go on and get the money over. What? Hold on. You ain't working. But I'm out here hustling. You calling me about some money? But you over there laying over. Both of y'all need to get off y'all and do what the hell I'm doing. That's what I can't understand. It's 2 of you, but it's 1 of me. And you want to come to me with that? Man, I told I was going to handle this situation by being behind on this, this little child support situation. That's all I'm saying. I need you to go on and give me a date, man, on when we can expect a payment. Okay. I'm giving you a date right now. Bring your over here right now and come pick up the payment. I got it for you right now. You just tell me what kind of car you drive so I know. Because I don't want to bust the wrong that pull up in my driveway by mistake. I do everything for my daughter. My daughter don't have no wants or no needs. I put shoes on her feet, clothes on her back, food in her stomach. I do everything for her. I don't need you at all. My daughter don't need you at all. I pick her up from school every day and take her to her grandmother's house. So I don't want to hear about no 2 or 3 months behind, because she ain't with I can see if I went 2 or 3 months and she with
Okay, man. That's another thing what me and talked about. We're not going to need you to be picking her up from the school no more. I'm going to be getting her from the school when she get out.
Man, you done lost your man. I wish I would catch your up in my daughter's school. You ain't picking up my daughter, man. I don't even know who the hell you are.
I told you my name is Preston, man.
Man, I don't give a about no Preston. I'm telling you what, man. I don't want you nowhere near my daughter. That I'm going to talk right now, because I don't want you nowhere near my daughter, man. You understand me? I don't want you nowhere near my daughter, man. If I catch you near my daughter, I'm going to whoop your ass. I'm going to let my daughter know. If she see you together.
Me and the baby is getting along fine, man. All I'm saying is we just need you to send the money, man.
You and yeah, I'm glad y'all doing good, because she anyway. But don't put my daughter in the middle of this, man.
Man, I'm just happen to be in between jobs. That's all, man.
Well, you need to get off your and look in between your cheeks and go find you something. Find you a manhood sitting up there probably on the couch eating up all her Pop-Tarts and
I've only had 2 of them Pop-Tarts, man. That's all.
You ain't supposed to be having none of them, because I bought that for my daughter, man, and I don't appreciate you eating none of that over there. You need to get off your and feed yourself like I do. I feed myself and my daughter and probably your.
Let me say this here, man. I just want to talk to you about our child, man.
Our child? That ain't your child. That's my child.
I'm taking the responsibility.
You ain't got nothing to do with her, though. You ain't got, say, man, don't you ever say that, man. Don't you ever say that to me, man. That is not our child, man. That's my child. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Put your ear to this phone real close, man.
I'm listening
about my daughter, man.
I'm trying to handle this like men is what I'm trying to do.
You ain't been here the whole time. You trying to walk up in here and talk about I'm her daddy, man.
I'm just trying to be a good stepfather, man, and get the child support.
Stepfather, y'all got to get married first. You ain't no man. Say, look. I'm gonna talk to and handle this. I guarantee you.
No, hold on.
No.
You don't talk to no more. You understand what I'm saying? You talk to me. You're dealing with me. I told I was gonna handle it. So you're gonna make me mad now. Like I done told you. Now you don't talk no more.
I talk to whenever I want to. We got a child together. You just got in the piss.
Don't you call no more. You don't talk to ever. You talk to me from now on. You talk to Preston.
I'm gonna talk to and I'm gonna have this dealt with. Trust me.
Hey man, let me tell you something. You don't call man. You deal with me. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I'm not dealing with you with a thing. You hear me? The only thing I'm gonna deal with you is my foot up your. That's how I'm gonna deal with you.
Look here. I got one more thing I need to say to you, man.
I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say, player. I done heard everything you had to say. Let me tell you something, man. You want a job? We hiring right now. I'll put you in with the man in charge. I'll get you a job.
Nobody want to work with you, man. I don't like your attitude.
You need to work with somebody because you ain't working with nobody right now.
I got one more thing I need to say to you. Is you listening?
Man, say what the hell you got to say, man.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Man, I don't give a damn. Say, man, I don't care who the you are. I don't play about my daughter, man.
No, it's Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your cousin Kendrick, man.
Oh, man. I'm going to kill this.
You all right?
Oh, no, man, because I don't play about my daughter like that, man. That's my world, man. That's my heart, man. I don't play like that, man.
All right, man. Let me ask you this here, man. What is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Man, the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ta-da!
All right, thank you, Crazy. Entertainment news and our national news update with Miss Ann right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so guys, rapper Lil Uzi Vert went viral recently after he posted a picture on Instagram of a $24 million pink diamond that's implanted into his forehead. You guys have all seen the pictures. It's a huge
$24 million?
diamond. Yeah, 24 million. It's a huge diamond. It juts out of his forehead. And of course, it's going to be the topic of conversation. But he hasn't spoken about it until recently on his IGTV video. He explained how he spent the past few years paying off the diamond. So he put it on layaway, I guess you could say, paying off the diamond. And now how he came to the decision to put it into his forehead. He said, and these are his words, "I'ma be real. So I'm picking out a diamond, and we were going to put it in a ring. But I'm going to be honest. I'm Lil Uzi. I'm turned up. So 24 million on a ring is the stupidest idea because I'm going to look down and that ring ain't going to be there. I know me. I wake up in odd places and different sceneries."
What? So since he don't...
Scenario.
Now, this stupid right here, man.
No, see, that's why he got that. The same reason he gave for putting it in there, exactly why he got it. First of all, look, man, not to sound like an old fogey, but can I tell y'all something, people?
Please.
If you get your hands on $24 million,
Come on.
do you know what you can do for yourself?
But,
That ain't got
but
nothing
let
to do
me-
with a diamond.
In your forehead.
But let me
Do
ask
you
you
know
this, Steve.
the homes you could own? Do you know the funds you could set up for your future? Do you understand how you could travel? I can't. 24 million for something to sit in your forehead that is of no value sitting there. It's, man, that's...
You saying,
No.
do you know, but do you know if my cousin see this diamond, he gonna reach for it? Do you know that?
Dog.
I'm just trying to tell you, do you know
Tommy,
if
on the
my
real.
cousin
Yeah.
see this damn diamond, he reaching for that one?
I know
I'm
because
sorry.
you talking about Cecil. If
Yeah.
Cecil see his ass, he getting got. I'm telling you
It's a
right
done
now.
deal, partner.
I'm telling y'all, it ain't no way you going through certain hoods and they know you got 24 million stone
But
because
Steve,
it's too.
you got to understand, he's 26 years old with that kind of
Okay,
money.
that's fine. But
but
when
what
my
I'm saying-
cousin see
But
you and
Shirley.
my cousin pull out these needle nose pliers,
Shirley.
that's it.
He said,
I hear what you're saying.
no, Shirley. He said he put it in layaway, which means he don't have 24 available.
Right.
People with available money, I know rich people. You don't got to do that.
But I'm
gonna
saying, what
get
I'm
it,
saying is that 26, he's not even thinking on that level, obviously.
But Shirley, this is when you should have gorilla glued the diamond in there. Now that's what you should have did. If you want to make sure it don't come out of there, you should have
Yeah.
gorilla glued that damn diamond in there. Now you straight. You can go. You can get
Your
you some
dumb
sleep.
ass put Gorilla Glue on your hair or the back of a $24 million ring. Both y'all just as stupid.
They should be together, the two of them. They should
No,
be
they
together.
shouldn't. No, they shouldn't. This dude is just like,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I wish I could talk to him.
$24 million, man.
Yeah. The jeweler said that Uzi is a trendsetter and he won't be surprised if it becomes a trend. We don't think so.
Who said
sir.
that?
the
His
jeweler.
name Uzi, dog. His name
His jeweler.
Uzi.
All right, so let's move on because it is time for Miss Ann. Come on, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, guys. This is Ann Tripp. Well, the big story, of course, is the weather. Let's get that out of the way. Authorities say that some 2 million people are without power today in Texas alone. Some 20 people have died due to the storm. 4 people killed by tornadoes in North Carolina. There were also tornadoes yesterday in parts of Georgia and Florida. It also snows in Chicago the last 8 days straight. Now the war begins. Donald Trump is lashing out at GOP Senate leader Mitch McConnell. He's the Senate leader, but he's not the Senate majority leader anymore. McConnell, of course, voted to acquit Trump on Senate impeachment charges, but he made this statement soon after.
There's no question, none, that President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day. No question about it.
Well, Trump released a 600-word statement yesterday calling the Kentucky Republican a, quote, dour, sullen, and unsmiling political hack. And he added that the Republican Party can never again be respected or strong with leaders like Senator McConnell at the helm. A former Trump White House official tells Reuters news service that Trump and McConnell stopped being best buds when McConnell openly declared that Joe Biden had won the presidential election in mid-December, despite Trump's insisting that he won. And now in just one term, the Republican Party has lost the White House and both houses of the Congress. Meanwhile, the U.S. Senate plans to hold its first hearings looking into the January 6th insurrection at U.S. Capitol. They're making a date for that. The Biden administration is pushing to make the federal minimum wage $15 up from about $7. Federal prosecutors say that a white North Carolina man threatened President Biden in a series of disturbing phone calls. 27-year-old David Kyle Reeves has been charged with threatening a president. No word if Reeves belongs to any white racist group, but if convicted of threatening a president, Reeves faces up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. By the way, he says he was just expressing his free right to say whatever, and he wanted, whatever. You may want to put down the Quaker Oats for this one after cops in Philadelphia say they arrested a guy finding deep-fried body parts in a U-Haul track and a dumpster. The Philadelphia Inquirer says 47-year-old Teray Herring, another person pulled over by cops investigating a robbery after searching a truck and then a dumpster. They say they found a dismembered body in a trash bag along with a person's hands and feet that had been deep fried. Finally, a sign of times and rather disgusting, the Los Angeles Police Department's launched an internal investigation after an officer reported a photo of George Floyd used to make a sick and racist Valentine's Day card last week with the caption, "You take my breath away," apparently being circulated among cops. The chief there is embarrassed, he says, and disgusted. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, it is Woman Crush Wednesday and Ash Wednesday as well. And Sister Odell is in the building. She's early. She came in right on cue, didn't she?
Women's Crush Wednesdays.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what it is. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Good
Sister
morning,
Odell.
Sister Odell.
Hello, Thomas.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
How's
good morning.
Kate doing?
Oh, my mother's fine. Fine. How
I
are you?
haven't talked to her in a couple of weeks.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, she's doing well. I'm still taking care of her. That's my job.
I'll call her as soon as we get off. Well, you does do a good job of taking care of her. She brags on you all the time for what I don't know, but at least she takes care of her though.
Yes, ma'am.
She says you's a good old boy. You's a good boy.
Boy.
That's good. Good morning, Shirley.
Well, good morning, Sister Odell. How are you?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. What's going on?
Well, I mean, first of all, before we get to anything, I did want to ask you, how was your Valentine's Day?
Girl, it was lovely. It just candy. I got candy and flowers from everyone's.
Oh, really? Are you dating anyone in particular, Sister Odell, these days?
Of course. I keep a man,
Who you dating, Sister Odell?
Al Sharpton's daddy.
Al Sharpton's daddy?
What's his name?
Big Al.
Big Al.
Oh, Big Al. Okay. So he's the one that gave you the candy and the flowers?
Yes. Gave me candy and roses. Got them from that company you did on the commercial for 1-800-Flowers.
1-800-Flowers.
They was pretty, and he added an extra $10 and got $29.
Oh, and they were lovely, right? They were lovely.
I didn't call them. They made a mistake and sent 32, but I didn't say nothing. I figured they was making enough. They ain't gonna miss 4 flowers. I still wasn't finna send it back. That's for sure.
That's right. Well, I'm glad you had a good, lovely, and was it romantic, your Valentine's Day?
No, not really. Just, sent the flowers and everything,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't really at home, because I got the vaccine, because I'm an essential worker.
Oh, you got the shot.
I didn't know you were an essential worker, Sister Odell.
I save souls, Shirley.
Oh, well, that is essential. That is essential.
Now, if that ain't essential, I went on there, I ain't even signed up. I just told her, I'm essential. They say, well, what is you doing? I say, I save souls. They say, well, that's not essential. Tell me something more essential than getting to heaven. If I don't get this shot, you probably gonna go to hell. She gave me the shot. Came back 21 days later, same woman. She said, I know, just come on.
Yeah, come on, you're essential. You're essential. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, thank you, Sister Odell. We appreciate it. Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we got to tell you what's going down with the LAPD. So we'll talk about it when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office is investigating several LAPD officers after they allegedly, get this, guys, circulated a Valentine's Day card with George Floyd's picture on it and the words, "You take my breath away." Now, this was to mock the final hours of George Floyd's life as a Minneapolis police officer knelt on his neck and repeatedly cried out, George Floyd did, "I can't breathe." I mean, what a horrible story. What a horrible thing to do. George Floyd's family released a statement to the LAPD saying this is beyond insult on top of injury. It's injury on top of death. The type of callousness and cruelty within a person's soul needed to do something like this evades comprehension and is indicative of a much larger problem within the culture of the LAPD. We demand that everyone who was involved is held accountable for their revolting behavior and that an apology be issued to the family immediately. Amen to that.
I just, the people... The spirit of some people, man, is really sickening. I get tired of hearing people now say, "This is not our country. Yeah. Our country's better than this." No, this is the country we live in.
Yeah.
This is exactly who this country is. It's not those people that climbed the Capitol wall. That's who that's a part of this country. It's not everybody. But that is a part of our country. This sickness that pervades the internet is a part of our culture.
Yeah, the KKK.
It's a part of our country.
Yeah,
I mean, when you see this sickness, when people walk in churches and kill people, when walk in schools and kill people, it's not who we are. Okay, then why it keep happening?
Right. We don't want to admit that is a part of what this country is about, but that is the deal.
We don't want to admit that we need real gun laws. We don't want to admit, because we have this stupid thing called the Constitution that we think is such a righteous document that allows for this president that got away with inciting this riot is because they read one word in the Constitution. You can impeach a president. But then they went to, he's no longer the president.
Right,
we ain't got to do it. We constitutionally can't do it. And they jumped through that loophole. Just
Not
like
all
they
of
jumped
them.
through this loophole of, not all of them, just 10. 10. But another thing, you sit up and you say we should have freedom of speech. But if your freedom of speech hurts, kills, defiles another human being, why should you have the freedom?
Right.
Yeah. And they use that in President Trump's defense. It's the freedom of speech. What? Are you kidding me? But now, Kathy Griffin,
the comedian, when she had the
says
head.
what she said about Trump, and does this what she thinks are funny, how it's showing his head cut off. Now, the FBI visit her.
And it ruined
George Lopez does a joke about it. The FBI visits him. But now when he do his freedom of speech that causes deaths, he off.
Right. And even the people they arrested say they got their orders from Trump.
Exactly right. This is the country we live in.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. It's not everybody, but it's an
not.
element.
It's like half. It's almost like the half who voted for Biden. Those are not those people. It's just we're divided. We're just divided.
We're completely
with the
divided.
Hatred and the.
But everybody
the other
that
side.
voted for Trump is not that way.
No, they're just Republicans. But Trump took the Republicans to a whole nother level.
He created another
bought out
group
the
within
dirt.
the Republicans.
Yeah, he bought out the dirty side of the Republican Party.
He really did. He really, really did. Glad he's gone. Do not look forward to him trying to run in 2024, but they are gearing up for 2022, They are gearing up for that to try to get more Republicans in the House and Senate in the House. All right. Coming up next, the prank phone call. The nephew is here with the prank phone call right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up right about 4 minutes after the hour. As always, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject is, I don't think we're really cousins. We'll get into it. Don't worry. We'll get into it.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be.
All right. We'll get into it.
But you know you are.
But right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
I got Repo Man, Shirley. I got Repo Man. Everybody's had a repossession at some point or another in your life. You had something. You walked outside in your driveway and it was gone. You know it happened. It's happened. It's happened.
Already
you walked
late.
out there and like, what? I know good and doggone well I parked it right here. Repo Man. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach a please.
This him?
How are you? My name is Robert. I'm with the collection agency. You do own a Sierra 2003 GMC truck, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, we don't show that we've had any payments within the last, I guess, about 3, close to 4 months now. And we want to try and stop having to come in and repossess it. Maybe we give you a chance to bring your payment in, but we haven't had a payment from you in about 4 months, sir.
No, I just want to pay my truck note. I had changed from financial. I'm with the other bank. I don't mess with them no more. Yeah, I've been paying on time. They direct deposit from my account. I ain't worried about that.
Well, I'm with they've turned you over to us. I'm with collection agency, and we haven't gotten anything from. I don't show any paperwork here on the computer at all that we've had any payments made within the last 4 months. So that's why they.
No, I've been paying it. I don't know how they turned it over to y'all without my permission. They can't never turn my titles and my truck over to y'all and pay y'all. I don't even know y'all.
Well, I understand that, sir. What happens is if you haven't paid it in a certain amount of time, it actually comes over to the collection agency, and that's what they've done. They've actually sent it over to us. And they've given us pretty much all the information on you. I guess it's a goldish type of color Sierra 2003 GMC truck, from my understanding. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's my truck.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to need from you today, Jeremy, is for you to come in and make a payment to us this evening for 4 months, so we can so we don't have to come in and repossess your truck. And I don't want to have to do that, but if I have to send a wrecker out there to you, I have your address on file as well. I don't want to have to send anybody out to pick it up.
Hey, hold on, partner. Slow down. Y'all not coming to get my truck, and I'm not paying y'all for no 4 months. I've been paying my truck note on time every month. That's a done deal.
Sir, I don't want to get in a back and forth with you, but I'm telling you exactly how it's going to go. Now, I'll come out there and repossess it myself, but I'm telling you.
Look, partner. Slow down. Look, that's not even where we got to go with that. You don't need to be screaming and fussing and chaotic and come get it yourself and all that stuff. You ain't on my truck. That's gonna be that.
Wait, hang on. Let's back up because I'm a man just like you, man. What do you mean it's gonna be that? What are you saying? What are you saying to me, son? I'm
telling you. Look, son. Look, I'm telling you that I pay my truck note and that's a final. I don't know who you is.
Well, I've already stated to you before. I'm with agency, and let's get one thing straight. You don't tell me, I tell you. Now,
hey, dude, calm down. We're on the phone. It don't make no sense talking, over the phone and whatnot. You can come get the truck. My truck right here at work. I'm right here. You can come try to get my truck. You can come over here.
Sure, I'm already aware of where you work and the whole 9 yards. Now, I'm trying to be as cordial with you as I can. Now, you can.
You're not being cordial. You talking about coming get my truck when I told you I'd be paying my. So, you should have dropped down and be like, all right, I'm going to check with somebody else and make sure I'm right. And then call me back.
I'm telling you, you haven't paid anything. That's what I'm telling you. I've got it listed on the computer. You've been turned over to an agency, and you haven't done it. You haven't done a thing.
Well, you stupid. You wasting your breath screaming and hollering over the phone like that, because that ain't going to do me or you no good. But you ain't getting no money from me, then you ain't coming my truck. Well, matter of fact, you could come on my truck. I'm going to be at my truck and I'm going to wait on you. What time you going to be there?
It doesn't make any difference, sir. You're going to get repossessed tonight. If I don't get 4 months payment, definitely. If I don't get 4 months payment brought into me, collection agency, your truck will be taken care of.
Hold on. Listen, man, hold on. If I let that shit with me, you kind of serious. Go on my truck. Hey, let's stop screaming at me over this phone, partner.
You quit cursing at me. That's what's wrong.
You, man. you got me twisted. Look, my truck parked right outside. You can come over here and get it. I'll be sitting on there waiting for you.
Look, you know what? I'm at the point I don't give a about this job. I'm ready to come kick your That's what I'm ready to do. Call him back, Cat.
Hello?
I don't need a little scared hanging up the phone. You stand here like a man and you handle your problems.
Hey, hold on. I'm at work. I can't be dealing with that man. I gotta go back to work, bro. You stop calling my phone.
I'm at work, too, doing my job the same way you're doing yours.
Hey, well, make your money, do your job. Come get the truck.
I got one more thing I want to say to you before you go. Are you listening?
Man, I'm listening. What you say, partner?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by
out of here. No, you got all my teeth trembling in, man. Man.
You all right, man?
No, I'm not all right. I'm on top of this roof, man. I'm talking to my coworker. I'm upset. Yeah, you got me about to jump on this roof trying to get to my truck.
She told me, man. She said that boy loved that truck.
Yeah, that's my truck, man. That's my only transportation, man. That's too much for the work.
I hear you. Hey, man.
Oh, man, you got my fingers. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it pretty good.
Hey, I gotta ask you, man. Tell me, brother, what is the baddest? I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land.
Oh, no doubt. Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Did I get him?
Yeah, you did. He sounded a little bit like Junior to me when he got really mad.
I think if I remember, I think he New Orleans. I think he Louisiana.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy. What you think, Steve?
Well, I understand where you're coming from. I've had a car mean that much to
get
me,
my truck.
especially when I lived in it.
Not only was it your transportation, it was your home. Yeah.
And they was looking for it too.
So you had to park.
How many times
you
been repoed before? How many times you been repossessed on?
Just once.
Now, how many times you done dodged? How long have you dodged it? Let me ask that question.
2 years? Oh, you were skillful. 2 years?
I lived in it, yeah.
So you had to park somewhere different all the time then?
I catch the bus home. I had a bike rack put on the back of it so I could park it somewhere and ride the bike home, then ride the bike back to it, go to work, park it somewhere else.
You do better painting
ride
it, dog.
my bike over there. No, I ain't had it.
No wonder you were in shape.
Oh, I was outstanding.
And back then, Shirley, black people, they had no bike rack on the back of their car.
You were very creative, Steve.
Dog, I park at a friend's house. Wake up, couldn't remember where the hell my car was. Dog, you gonna come get your car out the driveway so I can go to work? Oh, I done went to the wrong house.
Oh. Wow, Steve.
Wow.
What was all in there? What did you have in you?
How much
clothes and stuff?
I mean, just a little stuff. I was just financially wasn't fit there, but when I lived in it, I just drove out of state. Good luck. And you know, this was before you had, all you had to have was license plates. They hadn't come up with the sticker system yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
So
was your plates really your plates, or was they
sometimes
plates from
What does that mean exactly? I know, but what does it mean?
I had like 3 Ohio tags in my car.
So even if they did find the car, it may
So you had 3 different license plates in the car?
Like if I stole gas,
and
I think they saw me, I go a little bit and change the tags.
Okay, let's get out of here. We'll be back with more of the Steve
Statute
Harvey
limitations
Morning
up
Show.
on all that, Shirley. Don't even
That's
worry
why
about
you
it.
can't hold no public office
I
or
know.
nothing, right?
Strawberry Letter coming up. I don't think we're really cousins. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, it's time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and just click Submit Strawberry Letter. And we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Okay?
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, I don't think we're really cousins. Dear Steve and Shirley, in high school, I liked a girl and she liked me. We talked on the phone and hung out together all the time, and her mom and my mom were close too. So she always was at my house or I was at hers. By the time we graduated from high school, we were even closer, and I told her that I wanted her to be more than my friend. She's always been really close to her mom and tells her everything. So she told her mom that she and I were dating. Her mom told her that I was her cousin. When she told me we were related, I felt strange because we had kissed a few times. We never questioned it, though. We stopped dating and remained very close cousins. We still did everything together and told each other everything. And by the time we were in our mid-20s, we had both had a bunch of bad relationships and always ended up back together. I realized that I loved my quote-unquote cousin, and she's a perfect woman for me, so I finally asked my mom if we were really related. My mom said we're related somewhere down the line, but there is no way for us to find out now because all of the older relatives are deceased. I told my mom that I'm in love with her and I want to be with her. My mom told me to follow my heart. I couldn't wait to tell my cousin how I really felt, and I was relieved when she told me she's been in love with me forever. Since then, we've made love a few times, and I asked her to marry me. She wants to do a search of our family tree first. I don't think we're cousins, and this is only postponing our happiness. Should we search for answers or not? Well, I'm with you on this one. I don't know. I just don't believe you guys are cousins. I think maybe, her mom told her that because she didn't want you guys dating for whatever reason. And, I don't want you guys, not because I don't want it to be true or anything. I just don't believe your mom. Both of them are telling the truth. Even your mom said you were related somewhere down the line. She didn't even know. And she said there's no one in your family to validate it. But, there are ways you can search to find out. It's just, I don't know, suspicious the way they handled everything and the way they told you. And for that very reason, yes, I think you should find out if you're related. I think you should do the search. Knowledge is power. The truth will set you free. What if you want to have children down the line? This is something you should know, whether or not you're related. There's a lot to consider. You need the facts so you can make an informed, a clear-headed, right decision, and nothing just based on your emotions like your mom told you just to follow your heart. It sounds like you don't care, though, if you're cousins or not. And your mom certainly doesn't care. But your girl wants to know, and it's important to her. So I think you should do the search. And, whatever you guys find out, let the chips fall, where they may. I don't think you're really cousins. I don't know. And if you find out that you're not, then you can move forward. Steve?
Well, this is a short response for me because I don't even understand. There's no advice to give in this letter. Like, normally I have sections where I break down what somebody said and what the other person said. There's none of that in here.
And he just wants to know, should they search? That's his question anyway.
It ain't about that. To me, if your mother, if the woman that she's really close to, and y'all been over each other's house, if that ain't your mother's sister, and that woman that's not your mother's sister, this girl that you're dating, and okay, let me put it. The woman and your mama are not sisters.
Right.
And then her daughter is the woman you love. That ain't your cousin. So now that's established right there. Now, this y'all cousin somewhere down the line, black people know what's happening.
Yeah, how far is the line?
I don't give a damn if all of them is dead. Black people know what's happening. Now, what didn't happen is one of the men in the family and strayed off somewhere, had a child out of wedlock, and one of your aunts or mamas is them. Now, everybody dead stuff. Y'all got Bibles. Open up them old Bibles and read who. You ain't going to see your name in there. Well, now, once you don't see your name, this is an open and shut case. Ain't no all the old people dead. Well, man. So what are we talking about here? So I don't really think it's a case of. I don't think they're. If you do the search, what you gonna find? You're not gonna find anything.
And you already.
You in love with the girl. She in love with the girl. I mean, she in love with you. I mean, what?
At least they would know. What if they want kids? They're too far down the line for that to affect anything. You're saying?
I think they're way down the line.
How far is their
line?
Once removed. Yeah,
let me tell you something. If it was something dangerous, the boy's mother would not have said, "Follow your heart."
But the other mother was the one that said they're cousins. I think she said it because she didn't want them to date.
She just said that. Well, okay, tell her mama. Go ask her mama how.
But
she can't even tell how these. She can't even tell how these other two is related. The two women, what's their relationship?
They're just really close. It'll only
okay, well that ain't your cousin.
Really yeah.
But they did it. You do know they did it, right?
Yeah, it's in the letter.
They said it in the letter.
Yeah, it's in the letter.
Okay,
we'll have part 2 of Steve's response
no turning back.
Coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, I don't think we're really cousins. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's interesting strawberry letter. Subject, I don't think we're really cousins.
All right. This guy was in high school. He liked a girl, and she liked him. They talked on the phone, hung out together all the time.
Yeah.
Her mom and my mom were close, too. So she was always at my house. Never once in this letter does it say her mom and his mom was related. By the time they graduated high school, we were even closer. I told her I want to be more than friends. She's always been really close to her mom and tells everything. So she told her mom she and I were dating. Her mom told her I was her cousin. But your mama ain't related to the boy's mama.
They're just close.
So now where that come from? When she told me we were related, I felt strange because I had kissed a few times. We never questioned it though. We stopped dating and remained close, everything together. Then they went through a bunch of bad relationships and always ended up back together. And then he said, I realized I love my cousin. And she's a perfect woman for me. So this dude go and ask his mom if they really related. The mother said, y'all related somewhere down the line. But ain't no way to find out because all the older relatives are dead.
Well, you can find out.
In the line.
What? Well, okay, what is we talking about this for? I told my mom that I'm in love with her and I want to be with her. My mom told me to follow my heart. So then he ran and told the girl, who he thinks his cousin, how he really felt. And he was relieved when she told me she been in love with me forever. Well, then since then, they'd have made love a few times. Yeah. And I asked her to marry me.
Yeah.
She wants to do a search of our family tree first because she don't want to come up and get embarrassed, you know. Then half these people you think is dead gonna show up at the wedding. Well, ain't this strange? You know, I'm Esther and Gertrude's niece.
I'm your
on
cousin,
Bartholomew's side.
Yeah.
They all have old slave ass names and everything.
Bartholomew.
Frederick. You know Frederick was your uncle, great uncle. Frederick Douglass. Boy, you got an afro just like him. You don't be okay. So she wants to do a search and to think. And he said, I don't think we're cousins. And this is only postponing our happiness. Should we search for answers or not? Okay, let me explain something to you, son. When you get through searching it ain't going to change one thing you feel about this girl.
Come on, boy.
When you get through searching, it ain't going to erase the fact that y'all in love with each other and y'all been together. It ain't going to erase nothing, no matter what the search say. And if you find out you somewhere way down the line, how far down the line is it? Now, how many people got to die?
Steve.
Well, all your evidence is dead.
Down the line is dead.
But your mother and her mother ain't even related. So what are y'all talking about?
See, I think her mother didn't want them to date because immediately when she told him that, they stopped dating.
If there's no relation between the two friends, well, that could be happening because maybe they just friends and the two kids is in other families.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. That's why I don't think they're cousins. I don't think it'll hurt anything to do the search.
But see, the problem with that is we talking about two mothers, though. See, once you have mothers involved, and they know you ain't in the family.
What you mean?
This woman is the mother of the boy.
The one that said follow your heart.
Is the mother of the girl.
Right.
So how are these two kids related? How? Am I missing something?
It could be through. Could it be through marriage? I don't know. I try to figure it out too.
Maybe the two women were married to the same brothers or something, or friends. That could happen, but
I don't think they're. I just don't think they're related.
What's that test you take? Did we have that test one time? What is the name of that thing?
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.
That's it right there. Ancestry.
Oh, I just did one. I just did a test. I just did it.
I've had people do mine for me.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to have living relatives, so his mom said everybody's dead to prove whether or not they're cousins.
I can find stuff on my mother's side, but it goes back to my father and it stops.
Oh.
So if down the line ain't here, you can still find out what's going on.
Yeah.
He love her though. What's gonna happen if that's his cousin?
She loves him.
Yeah.
She loves him. She's the one that wants to know. I mean, you do have to consider
Which
children
is smart.
and all of that.
That's smart.
Yeah, you have
That's
to consider
smart
children and everything. Are you out, Steve? You done?
Well, I told you, I'm through with it.
Because you got awfully quiet right there.
Yeah, these kids hard to raise anyway. Go on and have them.
Well, ain't that the truth? You said a mouthful.
Hell yeah, you're going to have a situation with them if ain't
Oh.
nothing wrong with them.
Yes, Lord.
All right, listen, guys. You can leave your comments on today's letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM and check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up in 10 minutes, we'll have some headlines and some trending topics, and we'll do that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, we've all heard by now that on Saturday, the U.S. Senate voted to acquit Donald Trump in his second impeachment trial. This came 1 month and a week after the deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Now Donald Trump and attorney Rudy Giuliani are being accused of conspiring in with the far-right groups Proud Boys and Oath Keepers to incite the insurrection. A civil lawsuit now was filed on yesterday, on Tuesday.
Hold up, though. Let me ask you, Rudy and Trump, they still friends?
Even though Trump hasn't paid him?
Right. I'm just asking. You don't pay me. We ain't really friends.
At all. We're no longer friends. Anyway, I was saying a civil lawsuit was filed on Tuesday in federal court by Democratic Representative Bennie Thompson, okay? Thompson points to Trump's words and tweets in the days before the insurrection, accusing Trump of mobilizing supporters to attack Congress in an attempt to prevent Congress from certifying the 2020 election results. Trump will be subject to discovery and depositions, which may potentially expose details and evidence that weren't released during his Senate impeachment trial. So they're still trying to make someone pay for, all the damage and the deaths and everything that happened on January 6th in the Capitol, which is a good thing. A lot of people said they may have more luck, let's say, in the courts than they would in the Senate.
I mean, that's the only way to make this work.
Yeah.
A civil is just like, you've got it. It's a different set of laws when you file something civil. You can be held accountable for other levels of accountability when it's civil. Example, the O.J. Simpson case. He got off with the murder charge, but he lost in the civil court. Right. Because it's a different level of burden of proof, and you can go at it from different things. He has to be held accountable for what happened on that day.
Yes.
And you would think, and as we talked about off the air, that since there were so many congressmen and senators' lives at risk, he has to be accountable. But guess what? Them same senators whose life was at risk voted to acquit him.
I know.
That's the weird part to me.
I know. But they're still holding on to that base. And that's what that's all about.
That's the cowardice of the Republican leadership.
Yeah.
They're more afraid of Donald Trump than anything. And they think these votes are going to convert. I think they misplayed this myself.
Yeah, I do too. Well, okay, we're moving on. Coming up at the top of the hour, we have some sports news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we mentioned at the top of the hour, Junior's out today. The nephew's in for Junior this time. That sounds weird to say with sports. What you got now?
Let's see. You know what? We got some sad news today. We have a 38-year-old former NFL wide receiver, Vincent Jackson, was found dead Monday in Brandon, Florida hotel room. According to the Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's Office, Vincent Jackson last played in the NFL in 2016 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Police said there were no apparent signs of trauma, and there is an open investigation into the cause of his death. Buccaneers owner and co-chairman Brian Glazer said in a statement that Jackson was a consummate professional, and his greatest achievements as a Buccaneer were the 4 consecutive nominations he earned as our Walter Payton Man of the Year. So our hearts go out to this young man right here, all right? Yeah, we don't want to, Mr. Vincent Jackson. Now, watch me flip the script. In other sports news, ex-NFL star Pac-Man Jones was arrested early Monday morning in Cincinnati after getting into a huge fight in a bar. TMZ Sports released the video of the wild bar fight that led to the arrest of 37-year-old Pac-Man Jones. The video shows several people throwing bar stools while bystanders screamed for everyone to stop. Oh, yeah, this is bad. It wasn't clear if Pac-Man was throwing bar stools or not, but he was visible in the video as the fight calms down. One witness stated that Pac-Man's entourage left the bar around 1 a.m., and when they tried to return, security wouldn't let them back in, so Pac-Man aggressively pushed his way in and then knocked the security guy out. He also allegedly kicked the security guard in the head multiple times before the staff stepped in and broke it all up. Pac-Man was booked on 1 count of misdemeanor assault. That's what's happening in sports right now.
Well, that ain't the only thing happening in sports, and how dare you overlook the grievous, sad news that's coming out of the Texans. Let me point this out to you. Not only has the great quarterback Deshaun Watson requested a trade,
we know that.
J.J. Watt,
we know that,
has asked to be released by the Texans. The Texans have released J.J. Watt.
They have.
Your best offensive player gone, your best wide receiver gone, and now your best defensive player and man of the year. Such a stellar, outstanding student. Everybody wants out of Houston right now. What the hell is going on? Let's go down the list. Westbrook is gone. Chris Paul is gone.
Yeah.
James Harden is gone.
Yes.
D-Hop is gone.
D-Hop gone.
J.J. Watt is gone.
J.J. Watt gone, yes.
And Deshaun Watson is gone. We're not even
Deshaun Watson has not left.
Team.
Deshaun is not left yet. I'm sure he will be gone. He will. He will. Yes, but it's not official yet.
He took all the Texan stuff off his Twitter feed and everything.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
What you holding on for?
Well, you know what? Let's do this. Worry about your team. What is Cleveland doing? Worry about that.
Cleveland was playing in the playoffs when y'all's ass was at the house.
I understand.
You're hanging on to that playoff.
This the first time y'all been in the playoffs in how long?
This is all the time I need. How dare you try to do sports and then gloss over what's happening with the Texans, that raggedy ass football team.
I'm not gonna do this with you tonight, man. I'm not finna do this with you this morning, man. I'm not finna do this with you this morning. I'm not.
It's the same thing. Okay, don't do it with me this morning.
Okay.
Don't.
All I'm saying is this. Worry about Cleveland. Let me figure out what we gonna do with these Texans.
Let you figure it out. What is you gonna do?
He's the coach.
You ain't got no money to keep nobody down there.
Shirley, you ain't got no business being in sports anyway. Be quiet right now.
You need to get your money together and go over there and buy a damn generator and quit worrying about the damn Texans.
All right, thank you for sports, nephew. Coming up, more trending news. We'll be back at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
A brutal winter storm has hit a huge portion of the country, dumping large amounts of snow. If you've been watching the news, you've been seeing below freezing temperatures, icy conditions all over. Millions of homes are without electricity, and the icy roads led to pileups on the highways around the country. Also, a deadly tornado ripped through southeastern North Carolina late Monday night, causing major devastation and claiming 3 lives, sad to say. So we're just asking that you guys please stay safe, as you wait for power to be restored in your homes. Tommy, you know something about that firsthand.
I do. Power's gone out several times in my house. Water has gotten really, really low. The roads are really bad. You don't know what's slippery. You think you know, and that that's what they call black ice, man. People out there, people out there driving, and you see people who got their hazards on and they're scared and they're just trying to get somewhere. I'm assuming it's something that you got to get to, and people are driving, trying to be careful, and then somebody come up on the side and you hit it. They hauling 60, 65 miles an hour. You're like, are you kidding me right now? Are you seriously driving that fast? Come on, man. If we all could just be safe and look out for each other, we'd be a lot better. But you got some idiots out there that just do not want to play the safe game.
Yeah,
they don't.
And that's true. Please stay safe while you wait for your power. Contact your support network. Let your people know that you're okay. Check in to see if they're okay. Just be safe. Be safe, please. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time for CLO, the Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey, the CLO, as the nephew calls him. You ready, sir? I know you are. All right. Lakeisha in Hampton, Virginia says, I'm in my late 20s and my best friend and I bought a home together. Her boyfriend moved to our city a month ago and he's been staying with us. She said it would only be for a week, but he's still here. He's chipped in financially and that's all fine and good, but I don't want his money and I don't want him to get comfortable here. I told my best friend he's got to go and she said it's her home too and it's okay for him to stay another month if he needs to. How can I get him to leave ASAP? Please advise.
Well, I don't think you can. Because you all own the home equally. You have no agreement that you can't have guests, overnight guests. You have nothing in place that says how long you should have guests. So I don't see how you can make him leave. On another note,
right.
Who buys a house with their best friend?
Is this normal? Yeah, this is why you don't do things like this.
Man, this is probably the biggest purchase of your life, and you do it not with your fiance, not with your husband, but with your best friend. And all y'all want to have other lives.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how you can get them leave.
And her best friend, CLO, is correct. It's her house, too. So,
right, that's the deal. So how do you make somebody do?
Right.
It's my house and I live here.
So you're not going to be able to get him to leave until they're ready for him to go. And he might stay forever. All right, Felicia.
Start walking around naked, though. I'm just telling you, start walking around naked. It helps.
Felicia in Charlotte says, my husband and I have been married for 8 years, and he recently got an SUV with cameras in the headrest for our 4- and 6-year-old to watch movies when they take road trips. Yesterday, he drove me to get coffee, and as soon as he cranked up and plugged in his phone, I heard sex sounds coming from the TVs.
God!
Yes, he started fumbling to turn it off, and he turned bright red. He said it must be a glitch in the entertainment system. I think he had a woman back there watching porn. Am I jumping to conclusions?
Stupid. God, doggies.
Wait a minute, but you said it was connected to his phone.
Yeah, he plugged it. Yeah, as soon as he cranked up the car and plugged in his phone, she heard the sounds.
Well, I mean, that's Bluetooth, I think. I don't know if it has anything to do with him having a woman back there watching porn. No. I'm thinking he's got porn on his phone, and the Bluetooth picked it up and ran it through the system. I mean, you know, because unless you have that stuff downloaded in your car somewhere, I don't see how that can be. It's the Bluetooth is what comes into play to me.
Coming up, it is our last break of the day, and of course, we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, our last break of the day on this Wednesday. Again, we got to tell everyone to be safe out there. If you're, you know, somewhere where the weather's really bad and it's black ice out there, all of that, it's really cold.
Yeah, Tommy managed to get somewhere to do his show from Houston, but, you know, what we've been doing because of COVID is having everybody do it from home, and so, you know, nobody's getting on planes, so Carla, Junior, they out. Tommy got rich friends, so, you know.
Stop that.
Well, he's got a rich uncle.
You know, he got rich friends, so he went over one of their rich-ass house, and they got whole radio set up in their house. Who the hell that is? But, you know, so
I'm working.
He on the air tonight. You know, the Chateaus is around other chateaus, so, you know. Ain't like you can just have the projects and then a chateau and then some apartment buildings. You know, it don't work like that.
Anyway, be safe out there, please. And
Be
today
safe.
is also Ash Wednesday, by the way. Yeah, it's Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday? What'd you say?
You know I
Ash
said
Wednesday,
Ash.
Because, you know, and Monica put that in the show because, you know, she Catholic. And
yeah.
She had to, you getting the thing put on your, they put a bigger one on Monica's forehead.
They say they putting them on with Q-tips this year
because of COVID. Yeah, because of COVID.
Well, on Monica's forehead, they're going to use a paintbrush.
Would you stop? And why are you saying that? I know why you want to say
because the size of her forehead, you know. You put a Q-tip up there, you're going to just think she frowning. You know. So unless she put them bangs on her forehead, it gets...
She do have a big forehead. I didn't notice that.
And you got... Okay, should we go down the list of what everybody has? All right.
You got big eyes.
Right after the forehead.
You got a high butt.
If you put all our worst features on one body,
you had Tommy.
My eyes are cute.
Okay, let me go down the line. Okay, Monica's forehead, Shirley's big eyes. Let's see what we gonna take from you.
Your high butt. Don't leave that out.
All right, my high butt. Now, what part of Uncle Steve you gonna take?
Pick lips or nose. Pick whichever one.
Ooh.
I say lips.
Pick the lips. Yeah.
Lips.
Big lip.
Okay.
And let's go with your profile, Tom.
We already got my butt. Okay, we're gonna keep moving.
Well, we can't see your high ass until you turn sideways.
Okay, so wait. Let's picture this person though. Okay, big forehead, big eyes, big lips.
You know what? I'm gonna get it drawn up. Watch.
And a high butt. That is crazy sounding.
Now we gotta get Junior and Carla's features. Let's see.
Oh, be careful.
Junior got good hair. I like Junior hair. We're gonna put Junior hair on there.
What he has left of it, yeah.
Well, okay.
Good hair in places.
We're gonna put
it's
that
time
on
for
there.
him to let go and let God. Man.
Won't he do it?
Yeah.
And he has a high voice, so you got to put that in there when
You got to put the high voice in. Okay.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna pick from Carla? Tommy?
Let me think. Okay. We're going to have a pair of keys in her hand because she'll key a car. We're going to have that in there.
Okay.
Let's just use her criminal record.
Okay.
She does not have a criminal record.
That's what y'all
See, all her stuff is allegedly. Everything is
allegedly. Allegedly. That's going to be a crazy looking person.
That's going to be one crazy person.
When you get it drawn up, yeah.
The South is going through right now, And the biggest thing I don't think y'all know about it, pipes are bursting in all these houses.
Oh,
That's what's really going on. Pipes are bursting. So you got people like, especially if you got upstairs, downstairs, water just, once a pipe bursts, that's it. And then especially if you don't know how to turn it off, it's really bad. So it's not good right now in Texas.
We had pipe bursts in our house one time and we were out of our house for a year.
I believe it.
A year.
A whole year for them to fix it because they have to go inside the walls.
It happened.
You got to pull out all the sheetrock.
We were out of town.
What happened in the kitchen?
And we were out of town for a weekend.
So that means the water just kept going.
Down. Our kitchen's on the 3rd floor of our house.
Really?
Okay, let's go back to that right there. See, this way, a lot of folks were relating with you when the pipe burst. It turned when you got to the 3rd floor, and your kitchen was on the 3rd.
The kitchen's on the 3rd floor?
See, that's when it turned. We were with you. We were with you. When the pipe busted, we were with you. When you when you said the kitchen was on the 3rd floor, go ahead. Go ahead.
The kitchen is the main level of the house. It's on the main level.
That's the 3rd.
The living room, dining room, all that.
But that's the 3rd level, though.
But it's 2 levels under that.
And how many levels above that?
2 more.
That's 5. You doing the math with me? See, your busted pipes, we not going to accept them when we talk about
That's what the insurance company said. Sir, what? They sent that man out. He went, oh, my God.
That's crazy, Steve. Oh, and by the way, I saw your Instagram for Valentine's, you and Marjorie. That was so sweet.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I surprised her. I flew into Aspen.
And you really did surprise her because
she had no clue.
She jumped on you like Whitney jumped on Bobby that time he got out of jail.
Can we not use that as a comparison?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Hey, Margie, good people.
She can't sing and I ain't drunk.
We gotta go. Kenan Thompson, our special guest tomorrow. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.